Gateway to Peace is a global community that seeks to spark local conversations and catalyze action across communities, linking the collective capacities and knowledge of humanity as one connective tissue to deliver an enriching learning ecosystem that will empower individuals, communities, and societies, and drive innovative change towards sustainable, resilient, and peaceful societies. Our aim is to build a knowledge hub and a collaborative platform that provides enriching tools and resources for individuals to use for creating and sustaining peaceful communities. Our community will draw on the huge breadth and diversity of experience and insight across the globe to address emerging issues and highlight local priorities and initiatives, and help build capacity to support thriving and sustainable lives, both locally and globally. It is clear, despite the dramatic increase in mechanisms and fora for cooperation, the world remains deeply entrenched in conflict and divided against itself. If we are to generate behavioral change at the global level, then we need to begin with our community. Promoting a culture of peace requires us to systematically explore and expand our understanding of what peace entails, and to identify factors that build peaceful and resilient societies. So, how do we move away from a culture of discriminatory and oppressive hierarchical divisions to one of peaceful relationships and healthy and equitable coexistence? Sustaining peaceful and equitable societies is a complex, long-term, and collaborative process. Our community will explore the fundamental components of models that provide a value-based framework for a just order to support the social, economic, environmental, and democratic well-being of all. A concern for justice is the indispensable compass in the collective life of humanity. Justice is the awareness that in the achievement of human progress, the interests of the individual and those of society and the planet are inextricably linked. That we live in a critical time of injustice can be seen in the way essential questions of identity, concerns over climate change, poverty, hunger, and health are raised to a degree not seen in decades. Justice is the thread that must be woven into the fabric of every interaction and decision, and in every aspect of our personal, social, economic, and institutional lives. Our community will explore the components of a unifying model of governance, one that transcends divisive partisan politics, anchored instead in collaborative and inclusive interaction among humanity to overcome social injustice and climate catastrophe, rooted in the understanding when one part of the human family suffers, the rest of humanity will suffer. Motivated by ideals of justice and equity, every member of society, indeed every component group within society, is empowered, assured that they are protected by standards of justice, and treated with equal respect and dignity due to all under the umbrella of the oneness of humanity. We will also explore avenues of governance that are less hierarchical and more networked, where decision-making is distributed, and where efforts of a large number of different actors are harnessed towards a collective vision with the understanding that humanity's resources, such as the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, the cryosphere, fresh water, and biodiversity, are global commons that must be conserved and protected for present and future generations. Our community will explore and share best practices and outcomes from around the world to enrich knowledge to design, develop, and implement projects and programs seated in local contexts. Transforming structures, norms, and customs in local communities is key to global transformation. Today, even the most mature democratic systems suffer from political paralysis. And despite a myriad regional and sub-regional multilateral institutions, multilateralism is in crisis. Effective multilateralism needs to draw its strength and legitimacy from greater inclusion, harnessing the collective knowledge, expertise, and experience of its vast global community to deliver the breakthrough needed for solutions and actions, both globally and locally. Addressing the multiple and interlinking crises faced by humanity requires new modalities of inclusive and representative decision-making that allow for collaborative undertakings within the framework of a multilateral architecture. Ultimately, the power to transform the world begins with individuals and communities. Gateway to Peace, a global community.